Hey, what's happening, everybody? It is Sunday, time for another episode of Selling Past Your Expiration Date. Being 50 over 50, I'm Jay.
I'm Peg. Hi, gang. Woohoo! Browns win!
Oh, my God.
Well, they look like the team we thought we had from week one. Yeah, this is what we were expecting and didn't quite get it until today. And of course, it couldn't happen against a team that we don't like too well. There's no love lost between Cleveland and Baltimore, that's for sure. Because of those of you who don't know, back in 1999, that's where our Cleveland Browns was to Baltimore and became the Baltimore Ravens. So it's still a thorn in our sides here in Cleveland, and hard to let go. But yeah, we looked great today, and it was a great game to watch, and actually it was a good fight back and forth. So and I know Debbie, she's excited because the Seattle Seahawks won, so she's on cloud nine today. I'm sure too. So it's always fun when you win.
I just want to come on, Cincinnati. I want to see the Steelers go 0-16.
Those two worst teams are playing tomorrow night on Monday Night Football.
Oh, I know. What a shit Monday Night Football. But I will watch because I got many friends who I can laugh at when they lose another game.
Exactly. So for those of you who don't know, Cleveland is in first place with a 2-2 record, and Baltimore is also 2-2. So we're really tied. But
what an amazing division.
It is crazy, just crazy. So,
All right, so a little housekeeping real quick. My mic is not working, so I'm just doing the internal, so it probably doesn't sound as crisp and clear. And we had a party yesterday that went from 1 p.m. to 11 p.m., so I don't have the greatest voice today either. So those two things do not go together. I thought it was a cord, and I replaced the cord, and that didn't happen. I don't know, maybe something's wrong with the mic, so I will be fixing that this week. So what's happening, everybody? Good to see you. Look, we want to talk about this because I was going to make a video about it last week when all the brouhaha was going on, and then we had a party. And so to get ready for the party, I just ran out of time in the week. And Mom's like, what are we going to talk about tonight? I said, well, let's talk about two things. We'll talk about the whole promoted listings brouhaha and the amount of, oh, my God, the sky is falling that rattled all through YouTube about eBay. And then when I thought I was dying down, Devin Wenig, the CEO of eBay, steps down. So we'll talk about those two things. Got some giveaways for e-commerce Chicago. And I'm going to show you, you'll see how it's related. I'm going to show you some video of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. that you have never seen before, but it's super cool.
Cool.
All right.
Very cool.
So let's talk about promoted listings. Now,
okay.
Any of you watching live right now not have a clue how to do promoted listings? Because I can show you quickly just so you know what we're talking about. Because if you don't know what we're talking about, this is going to be like Charlie Brown's teacher to you. Wah, 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 wah,
yeah, I can watch the chat, but maybe you should just can you quickly show them?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, why don't we do that? Just so
the way promoted listings is to work is you're going to tell eBay, hey, I want you to push my listing up to the top. I want it to be the first thing that a buyer will see. And for that, as a thank you, I'm going to give you 1% of my sales or 2% or 10%, whatever. You get to pick the percentage. Now, that is on top of the closing fees. And if you happen to have any listing fees, that's on top of. Promoted listings, Amazon does promoted listings. Google does promoted search results. So it's a thing. It's a thing that eBay was a little bit late to the game, but when they got it, cool. Okay, so since we have one person who says they don't know, we'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so right here, I'll back up the screen. From your eBay My Seller Hub, you go to, we got an offer. You go to marketing, and you go down to promoted listings right there. And then here is where you do your promoted listings. I just went into my last campaign. This shows the clicks. So people are seeing my listings, not necessarily buying them. As you can see, I only had 4 sold. But right here, you can create a new campaign, and we'll make this super duper simple and easy. We're going to select listings in bulk, the one on the right here. And I find it easiest to go to eBay categories and then select all. If you want to do a whole campaign just to make life easy, and continue. So you can tell eBay, I want you to exceed the trending rate by 1%, 2%. So every item that you have listed will have a trending rate based on that category, based on that item, or you can apply the same rate to all your listings. So let's say I'm going to do 3%. Continue. And you can call it things. If you don't call it thing, it just numbers them. So this is the 5th campaign I've done with promoted listings, and launch. That's it. Now, the one thing, so I've been watching all these videos, I've been hearing all this chatter, I've been thinking about a few things. A lot of us sell a lot of unique items that we don't have a lot of competition. So if you're selling new Lego sets that you got arbitrage-wise, you're going to have a lot of competition. But if I put up, like the other day, I sold a really rare tiki mug. I didn't sell it on eBay. I was able to sell it through Facebook groups with no fees. But if I would have put it on eBay, I would have been the only person with this mug on eBay. So there is no need to give eBay more money.
Yeah.
So you can be picky and just pick the items you want to promote. And that way, I would never waste any money on the rare things you're selling. If you're selling some Levi's 501 blues, there are millions of 501s on there.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to stand out somehow. Yes, promote that. You got a tiki mug that they only made 50 of ever, and you're the only one selling it. You don't need to promote that. Don't waste your money. But just to show you guys how quickly and easily it can be done, I just promoted all my listings.
So no matter how old they are, Jace, you just throw them in there, right, honey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So how it looks is now here's the rub. So here's what happened last week for those who don't know. eBay told us in the seller update, hey, here's what we're doing. Prior to the seller update, if you had a promoted listing, it would show up twice in the search. So if a customer typed in specific words and it met the criteria for your title, it would show up twice in the listing, in the when the results. Once organically, and then once promoted. And the promoted would be up more up at the top. Your organic would be down somewhere in the middle. And people thought it was a little messy from the buyer standpoint. So eBay said, all right, look, we want to get rid of seeing it twice. But when you go to Amazon and you look at their promoted listings, you'll see it at the top, and then you'll see it in the organic. If you go to Google, you'll see, when you search for maybe a product or something, you'll see a promoted listing where they've paid Google to go up higher. But when you get down past the ads, you'll see it in organic search also. Mm-hmm. So that is what was supposed to happen. So buyers and eBay felt it looked too muddy to seeing the same product twice. And they said to us in the update. So that's the other crazy thing. All these YouTubers who went, oh my God, this guy's fine, and went nuts. This wasn't a surprise. This was in the update. So apparently they don't read the updates.
Exactly.
I am actually shocked and appalled, and shame on some of the YouTubers. I will not call anybody out by name, but I watched them and they were saying things that just weren't true. And then people told them, of course, after the video went live, hey, what you said wasn't true. They would then make an apology video, but they wouldn't delete their other video because, hey, it was getting good clicks and good ad revenue.
No,
and I think that's bullshit. If you put out bad content and you're shown you put out bad content, you should remove that content.
Yeah, that's just not great. And all the wasted time and energy on nothing that's productive. Bad.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
But where the brouhaha was, eBay took away the organic search one. So your item now is only going to show up under promoted listings, meaning you're always going to pay extra to eBay. Do we all love that? No. Do any of us love that? No. They got to figure out a better resolve, and I truly believe they will. They've already talked about an update coming out in October. But if you watch the videos last week, everyone's like, oh my God, and they all wrote their titles to get eyes. What eBay's doing is wrong. eBay's screwing us. And it was crazy. And I said, look, this was told to us in the update. No one was up in arms when the update came out. until they saw it in action. Now, here's the weird thing. They're telling us you're only going to see it once. Sometimes it could be organically, the way it depends on how the search goes. But if you're doing promoted, you should see it promoted, and you only see it once. But look at this. So Psycho Bunny is one of the brands I like to wear. And depending on which shirt it is, sometimes I wear a 2XLT, and sometimes I wear a 3XLT. Here is what's called the sponsor listing. As you can see, it says sponsored. This one right here, the Pirate Bunny. But look at the listing right below it. It's the same listing. So this is how it was working originally. They're telling us it isn't going to work that way anymore. But here is today's evidence that you're still seeing it twice in search.
Yeah.
Sponsored and organic. And then I did it again with a pair of shoes. And the only person listing this specific Vans Mickey Mouse shoes, it shows up twice. But it is the same listing. I looked at the eBay number. It's the same listing. Sponsored and organic. So all the up in arms things, it did take away some, but not all. And I'm going to get to why you shouldn't be up in arms. I fully think that the way they have rejiggered this is messed up. And I fully think that all it's going to do is make us for sure give them more money. Now, if they bring us a bazillion sales, I ain't so mad. However, my sales have been really soft in the last week. I think it's chaos within eBay and the algorithms because everyone watched the Sky is Falling videos and turned off all their promoted listings, and then it went nuts. So there's a thing called ad blocker. So let me ask the people in the chat right now, because the one video said over 50% of people use ad blockers. Ma, do you use an ad blocker?
I do not.
Do you know what it is, Ma?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool. I don't either. It's one of those things where I never even thought to add it. How many of you in the chat right now are using an ad blocker? Because that was the other fear. If you turn on an ad blocker, the way ad blockers work is they remove from your eyesight the sponsored listings, not just on eBay, but on any page that has sponsored ads. You can turn them off. And the problem was, if the pop-up shit, that's fine. But if it's turning off the sponsored listings within eBay, that is a problem. Okay, so I use it. Nope. I am not too worried about ads. Not me. Nope.
Jason Boatwright says he uses it.
Always use ad blocker.
Yeah.
Justice, I use an ad blocker. Nope. I use it, but don't have for eBay. No ad blocker for me. So in just a quick 20 people, it looked like a third use it and 2/3 don't. Now, granted, you guys might not be the overall mix of the general pop, but I didn't believe that over 50% of people use ad blockers. To those of us who don't, all the brouhaha doesn't really affect us from the buyer's end. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So will this get changed and fixed? Absolutely. Look, especially the YouTubers who are these young kids. I've been on the platform for 20 years and I've seen eBay make mistakes, like major mistakes. And what happens is they'll always have this test core of people. Okay, you 50 people are going to try out this new thing. And it looks like it's working. And then they open it up. And now there's 2 million people using it. And it doesn't work the same way as when those 50. So those 50 weren't the best test subjects. eBay sees it. They're like, oh, shit. Like with anything, you can't just be like, okay, turn it off. They have programmed the site to work this way. So once they see that it is a little bit of a fuddled mess, they're going to have to reprogram it to bring it back. And I think they will change this somewhat because right now, for the most part, if you run promoted, no one will really find your listing organically ever. Sometimes, as you can see by our listing here, look, an organic showed up and a sponsored. If I want to buy these shoes and I buy it through this one, the organic, they're just going to get billed their normal ending fees. If I buy this one, they're going to get billed their normal ending fees plus whatever percentage they told eBay to sponsor it with. So if you ever want to help out your fellow sellers and you see something both organically and sponsored, buy the organic. And I'm going to pay as many fees. And hopefully if we all do that for each other, see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would help. Did you happen to see Ginny Lorette's comment, Jason?
So that's the other thing. People think if my item is sponsored, it's always going to be up at the top. Well, let's say there's 100 people selling the same item, and of those 100, 40 sponsor it. Well, you're not going to have 40 sponsored ads. The most you're going to see is 5. And so what happens is it rotates. So when person A searches for it, Ginny's might show up. When person B searches for that same product, Ginny's won't be there anymore, and maybe mine shows up. And then when person C searches for that product, then Susan's shows up. Okay. So it's not always going to be your item up there. Not always. But I do think the algorithm is messed up. I do think it needs to be fixed. But here is the nutty part of this. The amount of hours, I looked at all the YouTube videos last week and how many views they had, and it was mind-boggling. And the chatter in the Facebook groups and the chatter on the YouTube videos themselves. And I'm just thinking, why don't you, okay, look, eBay got it right away. Because all the people that said the sky was falling, they called them. Let us calm you down. I didn't get that call because I wasn't screaming the sky was falling.
Yeah.
All those hours of wasted time last week. Now, you should step up and say, hey, this is wrong. But once it's known to be wrong, you don't have to keep stepping up. So instead of spending hours watching this YouTuber and that YouTuber and reading this blog and this Facebook group, guess what? List more on other platforms.
Yep. Exactly.
That's the crazy part. All those people whining and moaning about eBay. Hey, how's your Mercari listings doing? How's your Poshmark listings doing? How's your Amazon listings doing? How's your Etsy listings doing? How's your OfferUp listings doing? There are so many platforms. You should never have your eggs in one basket.
Yep.
Get to the other platforms.
Too much negativity wasted. I mean, it just, let's be productive, not, that.
Speaking up when things are wrong, great. But the amount of hours spent last week, I was watching, it was insane. Take all that energy, and here's how you show eBay, I'm not happy with you. Go list your shit on another site.
Yep.
Do it. But everyone's saying, I'm landing all my promoted listings. Screw them. Okay, great. But keep listing. And this is how it does work, hustle and grind. If a buyer clicked on your sponsored and went back a week later and bought it off organic, you will still be charged to promote it. Yep, it'll be 30 days. So if someone does click on your listing that was sponsored and doesn't buy it right away, but buys it within 30 days, yes, you get charged for that. Now, the hope and goal is you sell more things.
Right.
That's the hope and goal. That's why people pay for sponsored ads on Google. That's why they pay for sponsored on Amazon. I think eBay overreacted to buyers saying it looks muddy because that's how Amazon works. eBay kind of wants to be Amazon, so stick with what works.
That was good, Jason. Yeah.
And so then it started to calm down a little bit, and then this happened. Devin left.
Yeah.
So what's crazy is, of all the people chatting about this, I think I'm one of the few that knew Devin on a personal basis. So let's talk about what Devin had to say first and kind of read between the lines. In the past few weeks, it's become clear that I am not on the same page as my new board. Whenever this happens, it's best for everyone to turn that page over. It's been an incredible privilege to lead one of the world's great businesses for the last 8 years. We grew and transformed and add to one of the most special communities in the world. To the sellers, the consumers, and the employees, you have made a lifelong impression on me that I won't soon forget. eBay is an example why we shouldn't give up on big tech companies. So, to me, how this reads is, if I go away nicely, I'll get my golden parachute. If you just quit, you don't get the bonuses.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You cause a big brouhaha, you don't get the bonuses. Now, I knew Devin because one of Devin's first days on the job, and I know it's a blurry photo, it's the only one I have, is with me and about 50 other eBay sellers on Capitol Hill. This is back in 12, I think. Champion for all of us. We went. We had 2 people from each state, and we went to senators and congressmen and talked to them about what it's like to be a small business and how you should keep your, make sure when you're passing laws and such, you think about the small business man or woman who's trying to make a living on their own and also oftentimes have employees and stuff like that. So I talked, so here's the group of us for our little pre-night dinner soiree. I'm in the back with no glasses on before my eyes are bad. But this is Congressman Joe Heck, or Congressman Joe Heck. But Senator Dean Heller, Devin and I met in the hallway outside of Dean's office, and right before, I just sold something on Amazon. See? Just go to other websites too. Just sold something on Amazon. Ooh, I think I sold a cassette.
Good.
That for $13. But I digress. So right outside of this door, Devin goes, "Hi, I'm Devin. I'm the new guy at eBay." I said, "Hi, I'm Jason." He goes, "Let's go talk." So I actually got Dean Heller to change his thought processes on small businesses. And he was very impressed that I got a senator to change his mind.
That's cool.
And also found out that Devin had never owned a Hawaiian shirt. So this was Devin back in the early years, and that was a Hawaiian shirt he got for me.
Mm-hmm.
So do I think Devin was the best CEO ever? I don't know. I kind of liked him over the ones I had worked with. Do I think anyone would think anybody's the best CEO of any company? No. I mean, we all have our issues with him, but I did think he did a lot of good things and set us in the right path. But we don't know, and we'll probably never know, is the board pushing to help the sellers a little bit more, or was the board pushing too much in favor of the buyers and Devin was the opposite? Who knows?
Yeah,
Who knows?
I know that Mom thought about that too, Jason. That's what I figured was the bottom line of this. One side was for the sellers and one side was for the buyers. That's Mom's gut feeling on this. I could be wrong, but I'm kind of along the same lines as you. That was kind of what entered Mom's mind.
So before we get to this quick little fun video I want to show you here.
Okay.
Kathleen second. So I'm explaining the difference between 2% promoted versus 5 or 7. Does that mean it's promoted in more places, or question mark? Gotcha. Okay. So you're paying them more of a percentage. So what's going to happen is, let's say there's an item that 20 sellers have and 3 of us are doing promoted. I'm doing 1%, my mom's doing 2%, and you're doing 5%, Kathleen. And they're only going to show 1 in the search. You'll come up more often than is the way I have been told it works. So because you're going to pay a higher percentage, you'll come up higher, which should mean more sales for you, but also means more fees for you. But they give you you can go your items one by one, and I recommend doing that if you never have, because it'll show you the trending ad rate. So you might be like, all right, maybe I'll go 4%, but maybe half the stuff you sell, the trending ad rate's only like 2.5. So why go more, like way more than you really have to? Right. All right. So wanted to share this. I don't think I've ever shared this video before. We were on Capitol Hill, and you got to go from we spent time on both sides of the house. And it's not like you walk 5 feet and you're on the other side of the house. It's huge. And when you're walking, it's all these hallways up and down and left turn. And I was watching another video I made. I'm like, how do you remember all this? Because it's not like really marked. We were running so late, and this is usually only allowed for senators and congressmen and the like, and not for like us common folk. We're running so late, we got to use this. So this is the underground personal subway that runs under the Capitol building.
Oh my. Isn't this interesting?
Yeah, so let me turn my sound off because there's no need to hear that.
Okay.
But this was one of the coolest things I've ever done. I mean, being on Capitol Hill was quite awesome and quite rewarding, and very much I felt the importance of being there. But we were running so late between appointments, they let us ride on the personal little subway underneath the Capitol building.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, so I wanted to share that with you because that is so cool. Not many people, people outside the government get to ride this. So
didn't even know there was anything like that underneath.
Yeah. Not as much white hair, shorter beard, no glasses.
How time changes.
Well, look at that. That would have been a long ass walk.
Oh yeah. Geez, oh man.
Because of course it also pops you up right underneath where we needed to be. So
yeah, that's nice.
So there you go. So I thought you guys would get a kick out of that.
That's interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. So let's bottom line this. Promoted listings is a little bit of a hot mess. The world is not over. Go list on other websites. I just sold a $13 cassette on Amazon, and I sold my first CD on Discogs the other day, so I'm very excited about that.
Good. So let me ask you this question. Would you recommend not doing promoted listings while it's kind of a mess? Wait a little bit?
Yeah.
You know?
I would You know what? Here's what everyone says, and I fully agree. Do your tests. Promote some of your listings. Go look for and search. It does take a minute. Like when you promote your listings, it doesn't just happen automatically. Like it's got to go through a cycle. So don't promote and then 2 seconds later do your search and like, where's that promoted? It'll get there. And turn some on, turn some off. You know, see what's working for you. My sales on eBay are really shit this weekend.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but and here's the thing: people are like, "Look, eBay's screwing us because promoted listings are my eBay sales are soft." Guess what? My Amazon sales are soft too. So no one ever says how their other platforms are doing. I had a crappy Amazon weekend too. I only sold about 4 or 5 things, whereas the last 2 weeks, man, it was 4 or 5 things every day. Yeah. And so I'm like, man, this was an off weekend. Now, I don't have much on any other platform right now. That's going to be changing very soon. But the 2 majors where I have hundreds and hundreds of items on both, they're both quiet. That tells me the universe is quietly this weekend not shopping.
Yeah. Could be what went down this past week too, Jason. I mean, a lot of things happened and that could have added to it as well, you know?
And I guess we had a little unhappy person watching the show.
Why? What happened?
Oh. Angela sent me over what?
Oops.
Someone doesn't believe anything I said. So, oh well. I've only been here for 20 years. I've only been on Capitol Hill twice with eBay. I know what I'm talking about, but oh well.
I'm going to say something here. A mother's going to step in for a second.
Oh.
With all of the shows that Jason has done, that's one thing Jason doesn't do. He doesn't lie about anything. Jason tells the truth, whether you want to hear the correct truth or not. Jason tells the truth. He's a bottom line person. What you see is what you get, and he doesn't pull any punches. And Jason's not that kind of person. He would never do that, ever. I just know my kid too well.
So I did take notes. I was watching a few of their videos. I'll make sure I get to everything. Actually, giving out bad info. It was crazy. There were things in this last update that you should look. If you're selling a platform and they give you an update, read the damn thing.
No kidding.
That I was watching YouTubers complain that we didn't have, and we did. I'm like, so everyone called them out and said, yeah, we have that now. So they made an apology video, but they didn't say like they're going to take theirs down. People like the traffic-driven eBay, but they don't want to pay the fees. That's not how it works, kids. If you're going to be on someone's sandbox and they're going to keep sending you traffic, it's going to cost us money.
Right.
But I think all this fear was manufactured by YouTubers who write sensational titles and just do fear-mongering and get the mob riled up.
Right.
And it's not going to do you any good.
No.
Go list on other platforms. Go get some more listings ready for eBay because you're still going to sell stuff on eBay. But eBay's going to have an update to their algorithms for promoted listings specifically about ad blocker in October. Oh, cool. I got all through all my notes. Yay, through my notes.
That was good. That was good. That was good information.
Now, if you watch after this, feel free to leave a comment down below. Got any questions? I'll be happy to answer them. I'm going to be listing a lot more on other platforms, not because I don't like eBay or I think eBay is broken. You never have all your eggs in one basket. And the platforms that I've tested, like I put one thing on Etsy and it's sold. I haven't put anything else on there since it's sold, but guess what? I put one thing on Etsy.
Oh, that's good.
But I will tell you, a company came to me and said, we got this new software and is going to let you take your listings from eBay and pop it onto this website. And this website has minimal clicks. They're going to move the pictures super duper easy. I know there's another one out there that a lot of people are talking about right now. This is a totally different one, and it moves so much quicker. I tried one the other day. I took an eBay listing and made it an Etsy listing in under 30 seconds. It was about 20 seconds.
Oh, boy. Got to do that.
I had to tell it 2 things, and I was done. It was there. Yeah. It was so beautiful. Now, this is still in beta. This isn't out for the public yet, but I am going to start putting it through its paces and keep moving things back and forth. Where I found one place where they need to fix their programming, and they were like, oh, wow, we didn't know about that. That's great. We'll get that fixed. So as soon as I can talk about that, you should there's 3 or 4 things coming out that will move them between. And, I'll tell you about the one I'm using. You'll see others. You should start using one of those things once they're all perfected and good.
Yeah,
because
let mom
boom,
know.
you can take your eBay listings and make them Etsy and your Mercari listings basically with the click of a button. So you should do that.
Yeah, you'll have to let mommy know, and I'll start.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I did take a lot of time, and I put a lot of my larger items up on Facebook Marketplace the other day. Mommy worked
Good
on
job,
that.
huh?
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
No, we're not going to talk about this tonight, but we are going to talk about it soon. I bought the brand new iPhone 11 Pro Max that has an amazing camera, and I was taking pictures, having my sister take pictures with my phone. I will never use a camera again.
Wow.
And just to show you how amazing this is, look how light it is in this picture. We're having a party yesterday. It was actually beyond dusk at this point. This camera takes the most amazing low light photos ever. So we'll talk about that coming up.
Great.
All right. But coming up is a really good Ecom event, Ecom Chicago 2019. And guess what? I got two passes to give away. So if you can be in Chicago or you live in the Chicago area, October 16th, 17th, and 18th, feel free to answer. Please do me a favor and don't answer if you can't be there. The last two winners can't go. I don't know how any more plain. Don't be a jerk and take it away from someone that can actually use it.
Oh, come on now, people. This isn't this hard.
Every time people win and go, oh, I can't go. Well, you just ruined the contest. All right. So I just found out like 20 minutes before we went live that I'm giving away two. So I came up with two quick fun questions. Are you ready? So please only answer if you can go, please. Please be nice to your fellow seller, please. What is the only river in the world that flows backwards? Now, when I do any of these contests, I don't care if you Google. If you know it, obviously quicker to answer, but make sure that you're ready to Google too.
Chris Nelson wants to know if that includes the hotel.
Guys, not include a hotel. It's just a pass to a 3-day event with amazing speakers, amazing content, an amazing time. And Ginny's lips are sealed because Ginny tries to win every prize. Yes, we have a winner already. Oops, that wasn't the one I want. Kathy Barnett. Now, please, Kathy, please tell me you can go. Please, please, Kathy. Because if you can't go, I will pick the next person who said Chicago. Yes, it is the Chicago River. Is the only river in the world that flows backwards.
Isn't that funny? I know. That is wild.
Okay, Kathy can go. Yay, thank you, Kathy. Yes.
Oh, hallelujah.
All right. So, Kathy, message me and I'll get you hooked up. Now, that was an easy one if you knew your river trivia. This one, you're not going to even have an idea. So it's going to be the best guess I see. The first person within the range. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
How much did the most expensive tiki mug sell for in the last 24 hours? Closest by $50. So I'm going to watch the guesses. Okay. And the first person who can go to Chicago within $50 wins.
Remember, you have to be able to go to the function.
Chicago, in the Midwest, between like Cleveland and St. Louis. It's kind of in the middle there.
I see some numbers coming in.
All right. Yep. I haven't seen them pop up yet.
Okay.
Like I said, the first person within 50, I will make a winner. All right. 477, 675, 650, 250.
There's a 975 in there. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
Chris Nelson, please tell me you can go to Chicago, Chris, because you win. Chris, you're almost dead on.
No kidding.
Now, I almost was able to buy this, I think, for $500, and I hesitated, and I went to buy it, and it sold. Wait till you see the most badass mug you've ever seen.
Oh, boy.
It looks like – oh, what happened?
Oops. Whoa.
Where'd the picture go?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Why?
Right, it looks like an island.
It looks like, you know what it looks like? It looks like that Devil Rock thing on Close Encounters. Doesn't it?
Yeah, so it's a volcano with a lagoon. And as you can see, it's like the whole island.
Wow.
And it sold for $9.85. So Chris was actually within $10.
Wow. Who made that, Jason?
Yeah. Monk Tiki made it. Pretty badass.
Yeah.
I just happened to see it was ending today.
Yeah, Brian got it for me. Devil's Tower, from
Yep.
Close Encounters. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
All right, so Chris, you messaged me too. Thank you, everybody. Those of you who played and won. But I think we might have some more on Thursday's show of Thrifty Business. Speaking of thrifting the open road. So by weird coincidence, I met Jenna Harrington at a Buffalo Exchange 2 weeks ago, and she started her thrifting reselling journey because she watched a little TV show called Thrift Hunters. And in a quick 10 minutes we talked, she was telling me how she's killing it. And she travels once a month. She'll go up to like California and work the coast for a week, sourcing and filling up her car, come back, sell her stuff for 3 weeks. And she told me what she's going to do for Q4. And I'm like, what? And she only started like a couple years ago.
Is that her full-time job?
Yeah. She didn't thrift or sell on eBay until she saw Thrift Hunters. And that was only the last 5 years. So she is killing it. And obviously she lives right here in town. Speaking of Buffalo Exchange, those of you in the Secret Beach, the Buffalo Exchange webinar, my surf report for September is tomorrow, coming in under the wire on the last day of the month. Maximizing your Buffalo Exchange experience. Buffalo Exchange is unlike most stores because it's a store where you can source and sell. So I'm going to give you all the tips and tricks, insider info. So those of you in the Secret Beach, that is 6 p.m. East Coast, 3 p.m. West Coast tomorrow.
Good.
All right.
Okay.
Commercial's over. Now it's time for That's My Mama. Each week we share cute and or embarrassing photos of ourselves. This week we both went for cute.
Yeah, this we're going way back on your mother. This happens to be September of 1944. Mom was born in May of 1943, so you can see I'm standing. I guess I must have walked pretty early, but if you can make it out, you guys they've got the old little white high top shoes, and of course wearing hats and coats that matched back in the day, and the plaid skirts. I just thought you'd like to see what Mom grew up wearing.
So who's that with you?
This is my cousin. She's a year older than I am. And I'm sorry to say she passed away just about a year ago, and she lived in Vegas. Not too far from Jason. And
Willow looks like you.
Oh, really?
I think Willow looks like you.
No, yeah, you think so? Is that what you see now?
Yeah. So Willow is my niece, my mom's granddaughter.
Yeah.
And I see some Willow in there.
So yeah, I just thought that'd be kind of fun to go way back.
Okay, you thought that was adorable. Wait till you see me. Oh my God. You can't stand the adorableness tonight. But here's what I wanted to share this. I'm wearing a little kid Pro Football Hall of Fame ringer t-shirt. How cool is that shirt?
Is that wild or what? And I know that your dad's standing behind you because he had those awesome cutoff jean shorts at the time.
My dad rocked some jorts back in the day.
But don't you just love the ringer tee, Jace?
So funny. No beard with hair.
Look at the hair my kid had. That's why I still am in shock that he's.
I know. Look at all that hair.
I know. He had a ton of hair when he was little. Just a ton.
Stacy's screaming about the jorts. All right. Let's see what you sold this week, Ma. Hand the mic over to you.
All right, we'll get rolling here, guys. I had these for a long, long time and hadn't, got around to putting them up. So I decided to pull them all up together. And as you can see, it's Marilyn Monroe, different pieces, a plate, the candy dish, and her bust. And so they were really Mom's personally. I didn't thrift these, but I did take a best offer of $35 on those and sold those. So that was still a pretty good return. I haven't had this all that long, maybe about 6 months. This is a vintage, and I'm not even sure how to pronounce the name on this robe. Baradagu, a silver robe. I did pay $4 for it and took a best offer of $35 on that. So, and that wasn't it. I was surprised it hadn't gone sooner, but it eventually went. I kind of followed Annette Rostetter's lead of lingerie. She does so well in that field. So, it's kind of nice to see that. So she kind of helped me along there.
My mind right now in the chat.
What?
The person who won the one ticket is Kathy Barnett, Kathy with a K, and we have a Kathy Cornett with a C in there. I'm like,
oh my.
Yeah. So Kathy, make sure don't forget to message me when we are done.
Yep, for sure.
Anytime tonight. You don't have to, it's not a raise, but
this sold just before the Indians went down the tubes. We had to win out to make the playoffs. We lost out 5 games in a row. But this was a Cleveland Indians baseball that I picked up for 25 cents. Is my quarter out there?
Yeah, I was just going for it.
Just going for it. Okay, mine took a best.
There's your 25-cent quarter.
Yep. I did take a best offer on that of 19, Jace.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was it. And I just showed this not too long ago in the hall. You know, Mom always picks up Tupperware. This was a vintage, the orange canister, the big tall canister, quarter. Was this another quarter item? And I sold that for the full asking price of $14.99. So that was really good.
Woohoo.
Yeah, not all Tupperware is going to bring you a lot of money, everybody, but it sells. So, you know, if you don't mind working around $15 to $20, $25 items in Tupperware, you know, you still get a decent return. Now, last week I showed you that I'd sold the entire set of this pattern with the bread box and the canister set. And I had bought 8 trays of that same pattern. And little by little, I've been selling them. They all originally cost Mom $3. And I sold that one for the best offer of $21.75. So I have made really good money on these trays, really good money. I think I have 2 or 3 left. This was an item that I sent out on my my managed offers, Jason, because I'd had it for a long, long time, this cake topper. I originally paid $1 for it. And I would have, you know, cake toppers were kind of in for a while. Maybe they're out. I don't know. But I did take the best offer of $30 just because I wanted to finally get rid of it.
There's your dollar.
Yep. I like it. Okay.
What? My mom's selling more records?
Yeah. I sold some more records. Yeah, the Brady Bunch LPs, I paid 50 cents each, so $1 for both of them. And I did take a best offer of $20, Jason, on that.
Give you little musical notes on that one, Mom.
Yeah, so not too bad. And finally, the next time, I really thought that these would have sold ages ago. And I've had more people pick them up when I've taken them to my tiki functions, you know, flea markets and so forth. I've had these pink poodles for quite a while. I paid originally $5 for the pair. And I finally took a best offer of $40 because I just said, they got to go because I've had them so long. But I mean, I still made money, you know, but it was just an item that, you know, one of those things you think is going to sell quicker than it did. So I was just so glad.
Over to someone else's place.
Yeah. Hey, you know. Now talk about something took forever. How about something that took no time at all?
No time.
We
last Sunday.
I showed you that last Sunday. Mom, remember we bought a whole bunch of stuff from that lady. So this ended up costing me actually less than 25 cents, but I put in 25 cents, you know, as my ditty, and I just sold it for the full $20. So, you know, one of those. And, you know, I was concerned. That's why I didn't put a high price tag on this, everyone, because it wasn't in the best condition, but apparently they didn't care. You know, they wanted that Whitman. Yeah. This is a pair. This is actually a consignment, Jason. This is Buddy's chaps that he used for riding his Harley Davidson. And I sold those for him at $55 on a best offer. And it depends on who I sell for. If I sell for a relative, I take less commission. If I sell for a friend, I take more. So, you know, I do anywhere from 10 to 25% when I do consignment offers, just depending on who it is. So I do that.
Do you not have a mannequin that has legs?
Yeah, we do. Your father did it that way. Don't ask me why. This is a long time ago. Yeah. We've had this quite a while.
Okay, because I saw these pictures. I'm like, wait a minute. That looks, you know, because that's a product that you can't just flop on the table.
I agree.
And this is that rare time where if you had someone, yourself, your spouse, your kid, that actually fit the product, it would be so better off actually on a human. Like when we sell vintage dresses with the big like butterfly sleeves, put it on a mannequin doesn't do you any good, but put it on a human, have them put their arms out. Yeah, that's that rare time where a human model wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, that's why I even took the best offer, because we've had him a long time for him, a long time. Now this is a lovely jacket. I probably should have kept it for myself, but this is a jean jacket by what the heck was her name? Diane Gilman. Yes, Diane Gilman. It's beautiful, studded, guys, with some rhinestones on it. Quite lovely. I paid $3 for that, and it sold for $49.99. So, you know, jeans are in, just like Joy says.
Now Angelique says, "Chaps, remember my first Mardi Gras? Seeing those without anything under them. Were you wearing them, Angelique?" That's what I think you're telling us. I think that's what you're telling us.
I like it. Okay, what do we got next, Ton?
Oh, sorry.
That's right.
One more thing. Boop.
You think you missed one of my items, though?
I did?
Yes, you did. My Pusser's rum mug.
That was on the list? All right, hold on. Go ahead and talk about this one.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll talk about the Harley Davidson jacket. Yeah, this cost me 50 cents, everybody, and I did take the best offer of $15.50. So, I'm going to go back and talk about the chaps while you're searching for that. The chaps I got a nice note from a gentleman in Hawaii, and he said to me, I'm just so thrilled that I found a seller with the name of Old Wahine. This gentleman from Hawaii. He says it must be karma. And so he said, I'm offering you the $55 if you'll accept, which I did. And then he wrote me back another lovely note and said, he says, this must have been fate that, we've come together. And when we talked about him, he's on Oahu. He works for the University of Hawaii, Jason. And I think he's a custodian there, I think, is what he said. And so I wrote him back and I said, well, my in-laws used to live in Hawaii and my brother-in-law lives there now. And my father-in-law was a professor at the University of Hawaii for a semester. And so we've got this little banter of talk going back and forth. Now, you can't get that on any other platform, I don't think, other than eBay, to get this nice rapport, with a customer. And so it's just been a thrill of us writing back and forth. I told them, that my grandchildren call me Tutu, which is Hawaiian for grandmother, and so on and so on. So it was just a nice conversation. And I just love that when stuff like that happens with eBay. It's just great.
By the way, I checked your list. You did not write pussers on your list.
Oh, I'm sorry. I went right over it. Okay. Well, I tell you guys,
I can get it, but I was like, oh, did I?
I'm sorry. I wish that I had gotten a bunch more of these freebies, Jason. They have sold them as well as a tiki mug for Mom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we got them for free. If you order the painkiller drink, you got them for free. So I sold this one for full asking price of $18.95. I think that's even more than I sold the Paris for, Jason. Honey. And
I saw that. I'm like,
this one was going. Oh, it's going to a foreign country. I can't remember where, but yeah, it's going out of state, just out of state. So oh, there, Joanne, we gave you good karma. But yeah, that was good.
What did you find this week, Ma?
Okay, I got a lot. So let's see. How are we doing on time? All right, let's start. We'll start here. We'll start with something simple and easy. This is an Easter egg cookie jar by Cheryl and Company, brand new in the box in their thing. Yeah, I don't think they ever used it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really a beautiful shape. I did pay $2 for this, you guys, and I'm putting this up for sale for $34.95. These seem to bring pretty good money. So it's Cheryl and Company, Cheryl and Company on that. Okay. All right. This we picked up. Remember, Dad was asking you if you had a black and white Scotch bottle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is it's just plastic, you guys, for black and white Scotch. But the one with the bottle just sold for $95. So I don't think the bottle added to it. Maybe it did. And would it behoove me to wait and find a black and white bottle, Jason, or just sell this?
Nah, just sell that.
Nah, see, that's what I thought too. So I don't know if that's sold for that kind of money. Maybe $35-40 and see what happens. I don't know, because there's
put it up for $50.
What, honey?
Put it up for $50.
$50, okay, yeah, because there's none like this for
I'll give you a cocktail for that.
Yeah, thanks. All right, well, I don't even know if I should sell this now, but it could be worth a lot of money. This is actually a Brown's coffee mug. It's 3D because it's raised, and it's got the NFL sticker on the bottom. Quarter. This was a quarter, everybody. But it is a beautiful mug, and these are selling for between $25 and $30. I mean, they're selling like this, so it's probably something that Mom is probably going to put up for sale. Okay.
What was that year on the bottom?
1999, the year they came back.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they sell so well. You know what I mean? So yeah, which I definitely will put in my title, because anybody from Cleveland will know that here. There's no doubt about that. Okay, let's pull this little sucker up. I went back, Jason. I wasn't going to buy it, and then I got to thinking about it, and I quick looked them up. Could not find any pink Cadillac ice buckets listed for sale. This was in pretty decent shape. I did pay $1 for this, but I'm going to list this one for around $35-40, everybody, just because of what's on it. It is by Shelton Ware, which is a name brand that you will see under ice buckets. So yeah, Jason, I can't put Elvis in the title, can I? You didn't hear me say that, did you? All right.
Now, throw an Elvis trading card in with it, you could.
Well, I might have something like that laying around. Okay.
Yeah.
I picked these up. Everybody know what these are? These were used
throwing spears.
Yeah, way back in the day. We went to a rummage sale at a church yesterday, It was a bag full for $5, one of those, and I just kept stuffing in stuff as I was going. And the fondue forks were one of them. So each item I'm showing you cost me about 10 cents. And the fondue forks, they don't bring a lot of money, but somewhere between $10 and $15 on the forks. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. And I also got this at the rummage sale. Now this is I just threw this in the bag, but I think this might be worth some good money, Jace. Where's my little note here? Okay, so this again is like a quarter. This is a good name. It's Bell Point. Yeah, Bell Point is the brand name, and there's a lot of these listed on eBay, everyone. And this particular sweater, can you see that? It's got Mozart on it. It's pretty cool. But look at the buttons, Jason. Here, let me bring these up closer to you. Can you see the buttons? They're musical notes.
Cool. Joyce is getting drunk on quarter coins. Everyone takes a drink when you buy something for a quarter. So.
And then the back has got the piano. You know,
hold it up a little higher, Ma.
Okay. Whoop.
There you go.
Got it. Yeah. So
would you pay for that?
Yeah. Pardon?
Would you pay for that?
Well, this is in the bag for a quarter.
Oh, so all right.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to list.
Drink.
Yeah, I'm going to probably list this between $40 and $50. Everybody. Okay. All right. Yeah, look what's on my bucket price. Can you see the price?
Drink. You're going to be hammered.
This is an older one, guys. It's not in the best of shape. I wish the stuff was blacker, but it's by Renzi, Renzi, and it's a two-sided pumpkin because on the back side it's got a cat, if you can see it, and it also says trick or treat. It's hard to really see that, but this is considered a pumpkin blow mold. And again, like I said, I paid the 25 cents for it, and probably only $15 or so because of the condition. But I couldn't pass it up for a quarter. Okay. All right. Then.
Oh no.
What? What happened?
You've been freezing a little bit.
Oh no. Have I? Do I need to refresh? Are we okay?
Try the next time, then I'll let you know.
All right. Okay. I picked up. We stopped at a little thrift store. These are the vintage candle holders. They are the plastic ones, you guys, by Momma, and you can see the old plug right there. And I picked a bag full of. They were a quarter a piece, so I have 7 of them, and I'm going to put these up for $25. Okay. Joyce, I love it. Yeah, it was a good week for quarter.
Joyce, a good question. Can you use Sharpie marker on the worn out black of the blow molds?
Well, we have done that with other items, and Dad and I have discussed it. I don't know if I should or not. We're still thinking about it, but we have done it on some other items. So, and that's one good way to really make your things blend in. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna kind of hold these up real quick, but I bought the whole lot of 8 of these. They're all well items. Let's see here. This one here. Okay, let me just show you. I have the grocery store, and for 8 items, Mom paid $1.80 each, and each one of these are going to sell. And I got to get these up for the holidays, you guys. Probably around between $15 and $20. They're not big market items. Oh, just so you can see. Can you see that on the bottom, Chase? Yeah, I guess a little bit. But for $1.80 each, I was willing to take the chance. This is called the Christmas house. Okay, and this is a cute one. This is the Corner Cafe. And now, if you see that, it does say "Oh Well China," and it's also got it up there as well. And we have Santa's Christmas shop. These are really cute things, Where'd
you get these?
These were at a trailer park garage sale.
Nice.
I know. And can you see that one? It's J. Acker Apothecary. And last but not least is the candle shop. So for $1.80 each, and I think I can get around $20-25 per item. And I am going to sell these separately, everybody, just because if they just need a piece to add to their collection, I'll be further ahead. Okay, that is that. And okay, your father pulled these up. Dad likes his baseball bats. Okay. And Easton is always a good name to go by. And I know Mike Freed, specializes in baseball bats. And he was at one of our meetings and gave us a great talk on what to look for and how to shop for baseball bats. These are both Easton. And where's my note? Because I know these are for good money. Yeah, here we go. Okay, the one is going to sell for around $79, and the other one's a youth, one's a senior. The youth one we're going to put up for $69, and the senior for $79, you guys. And we paid $1 each on baseball bats, so that should be good. And then this was also stuffed in the bag on the rummage sale for $5 items, and this is right here. This is a Bazooka Maverick lacrosse stick. So again, this was a 25-cent item, you guys, and we will sell this for $25. Okay.
So there's a whole discussion going on if you should marker in that pumpkin or not. So
I know
some people say leave it as is. Some people like patina.
Yeah.
I have done it on tiki mugs where I've had a black mug that had a chip, so it was like that. The white chip was so glaring.
Right.
I didn't mention, and I took a picture. Here's where the chip is.
Yeah.
I colored it in black just so it looked better. But you're running about 50-50.
I know.
People telling you to do it.
Dad's usually the one for filling in. I'm a little, not so much because I think some people like it just the original way. But with magic marker, it probably would look okay in my mind. So, all right, next item. We were at the thrift store down in Hartville because we went to the Hartville flea market the other day. And I looked on the come out cart, and on the very top shelf, Jason.
Oh, nice.
I know. This is a paint by number, everybody. Those of you keep always talking about paint by numbers. And Jesus always sells well. Since it cost me $8 and it's a nice frame. It's not glass on it, but that's good. He's used for shipping. But I will put this one up because of the size, between $35 and $40. I had a great sale come in late, Jason. You might have seen it that I'll use for next week's show.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, I came after Mom gave you the list, and it was a good sale, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, real good sale. So we'll show that next week. Then I picked this up. Isn't this cute? Jason's by Toucan Dance. The label. Here, let me show that because I have sold many of these Hawaiian shirts, but this one is from Sharky's in Venice, Florida. Sharky's on the pier. So I Googled Sharky's on the pier. Oh, it looks like a fun place to go. I really got it. Yeah. Now, this is a size extra large. It's a woman's extra large, everybody. And I'll probably put that up for around $25. Remember when I sold that Hawaiian shirt last week with no fancy label at all for 35 or 40, whatever bucks? I forget what it was. Anyways, just because it's not a well-known label, actually Toucan Dance isn't a bad label. It still should be good money because of the print. The print's beautiful. I love it.
So Joy saw Monkeys Paint by Numbers this weekend. Did you buy them? Because I've never even seen Monkeys Paint by Numbers.
No, yeah. Did you pass them up, honey, or were they too expensive?
Or Joy, did you just pass out from being drunk from quarter shots?
Okay, let me see here. Okay. Oh, let me show these over here. Oh no, I can do this one. Okay. Is anybody familiar with Poor Pitiful Pearl? She is still in the box, you guys. I paid $2 for her. And I'm going to list her for around $30 to $35, brand new in the box. These bring pretty good money, especially, since she's still in the box. I'm not sure what year we're talking here. Let's see, 19, no. Well, she came out originally in 1955. I don't think this one's that old, but, that will come. Okay, then, these here, you want to talk about brand new. I've had good luck with my metal trays. We found a set of 4, and you want to talk about mint condition. We talked to the lady about where she got them, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, Jane said she had a pitiful pearl, and she says when she found them, there was still the piece of paper between each of the sheets of the of the trays, and they are toll wear, you guys, and just in gorgeous condition. I have a set of 4 here. I did pay $20 for this, so a little bit more. But so that averages out to $5 a tray, and I will be putting up these trays for around $25 per tray, hoping for my $20. So that's what I'm going to do on those. Okay. All right, and then let me reach over here. Okay, Halloween time. This was also at that where about the houses, the holiday houses. This woman had a homemade
Nice.
outfit, Jason. This is a beauty. I mean, it's got the bow tie, it's got the ruffle that goes around the neck, and she made this. This would fit you, Jason. It's a beauty. Plus, here's the hat and the wig. So she sold it to me for $2, and I'm going to put this up for around $35-$40 because it's big. You know what I mean, honey? Because it's got a nice big size to it. Okay. All right.
Hang on before we go on.
Yep.
Just took a picture of the one I bought. Oops.
100 on what, Mary? The trays. $100 on the trays for the 4. Is that what she means? I will take that note, Mary. Sounds good.
There's a picture I just took.
Oh, you did good on yours. Mommy's gonna have to really make mine look good too.
Yeah. So use my full mannequin. Got the head on.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have to do that. That looks really good. Yeah, you did a good job with that. Okay, Jason, have you ever heard of Billy the Artist coffee mugs or any other type of Okay, I had not either. But when I saw this, I said, "Oh, that I don't like to buy too many coffee mugs anymore, but this looks awfully cool." And here's, let's get the name up right here. Billy the Artist. So I looked them up, and I did pay 50 cents per mug. And where's my note? Where are you, Billy? Here we go. One just sold, Jason, for $49. $30. Anyways, one just sold. So I thought, okay, maybe I've got something here. So I got a blue one and the yellow one. And I'll put him up for around $30-$35 and see what happens. But he apparently he must be well known because he had a lot of other different stuff. I Googled him just to see what his artwork was like. And he really seemed to do quite well. Okay.
G wants to know how you ship trays like that because most of them run over 18 inches and the cost is prohibitive. That tells me you're probably not looking at FedEx, Gene.
Yeah, we go FedEx on those, Gene, because anything that gets heavy and big, I do FedEx, home delivery or Smart Post. I try them all in FedEx just to see which one will be the most cost effective on that.
John says 50 cents. That's 2 quarters. So I'll turn it on, turn it off, turn it on.
I know. Hey, there we go.
There you go.
All right, let me get over here. I can do these quickly, I'm sure, for you guys. Okay. All right. So I'm at this rummage sale, and they got all these brand new T-shirts. Look at this one. It says, "Happiness is a little junk in your trunk." And I thought, well, these are $1 a piece, these T-shirts, you guys, and they're all extra larges. This one, so I got 2 of the same, and this one just says vintage. So I think for $1, I could probably put these up for around $15-$20 and, see what happens, okay? On those. All right. Now, a lot of you know this label. I think you are familiar with Quaker Factory. Quaker Factory makes a lot of ugly Christmas sweaters and a lot of other tops. And I ran into this garage sale where they were all 3Xs. And so I thought, okay, I said, before I started to really dig in it, I said, "How much are all your tops?" She said $1 a piece. So I picked up this cute jean one. Let me just show the Quaker Factory label in case those of you who are not familiar with it. Oh, that's not it. I'm sorry. The jean one was not a Quaker Factory. All these rest of these are. Okay. So there's the label, everybody, in case you're not familiar with it. So I will just quickly show you the cute prints. This one's got some flowers. They usually always have something on the back side. And I will probably list most of these for around $20-$25, everybody. This is a long sleeve blouse, and it's got flowers on it in springtime. But the size is what did it, because of being 3Xs. Again, this is a short sleeve with the flowers and flowers on the back.
What'd you pay for them?
$1 each. And this is butterflies, short sleever. They always have their item on the back of their blouses. This is cute. This is pies. I thought that was kind of something different. And with the pies, okay.
And, I should have done this when we were showing our clowns.
Oh, yeah. Oopsie. And yes, this jean one the label is Romans, ROAMANS. And again, a 3X. So, I didn't want to pass on the large size clothing. Okay. All right. Let's see how I can show this. I got 2 more items for you, everybody. I forgot to actually show this last week, Jason. I might have to turn the camera on this one. I think I'm going to. Okay. We found this at a garage sale. We got the woman down. She was at 10. We did some dickering. We got her down. Mary, I got you drunk. I love you, Mary. And we got this down to $6. And I showed it to Jason. He says, well, I don't know if I'd sell that, Mom. It is, can you see my Corona chair? Let's see where I got to get here. There we go. There's the Corona chair. It's one of those just folder uppers that we paid $6 for. And I've got it up for $59, Chase. Do you think I'm okay on the price point?
You know, I've never priced one, so I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, we could not find it anywhere, everybody. Only it was a promotional item. You know, a giveaway probably somewhere. It also came with the bag. I mean, it looked brand new. We just kind of dusted it up and away it went. Okay, Jason needs to show you some before pictures.
Real quick, you got a question from Jenny about your Quacker Factory t-shirts.
Oh, will I list them on Poshmark? I don't know, Jenny. I'd probably be better off going there, I would imagine. I haven't really fussed with Poshmark, Jason. So chairs like that, 50 to 75. Yeah, I put it at 59. Maybe I should have gone a little more, you know, just because I didn't see any like that at all. And Corona usually sells pretty well. Okay, so what I'm going to show you here, guys, Jason, try and get as close in on that as you can. This, as a lot of you will know, is an ashtray holder. Back in the day, they were quite the thing. This actually does light up, and you can see it's in pretty rough shape. We didn't find one. We found two. And we made the guy an offer because I showed Dad. I said, now, we didn't know for sure if they worked, if the light worked or not. And so I showed this to Dad, and I said, what do you think? Can we clean them up? He says, well, I think we can get some chrome cleaner going. You know, the patina will probably be pretty rough because you can see, look at that base, you guys, pretty tough condition. So we got two of them for $17, $8.50 each. Okay. And I'm going to show you a finished product. Okay. Now, let's see here, Jace, how well we can get it. Here's the base, guys. That was the hardest part. You saw how dirty and rusty it was. I mean, it still got a lot of speckling in it on chrome, but here, I'm going to turn off this one light. It actually is on. It's hard to see, you know, here, but the light is in the base in here. Okay, no, don't want to drop that. And as you can see, Dad worked and worked. I mean, the chrome was looking great. Here's the ashtray in there. Yeah, this came with the ashtray too, guys. I know my other picture didn't show, but I want you to see, you know, the top of that. But when they do light up, that adds to the value. I'm probably going to list this for around $175. We sold our last one for around that kind of money, and it was almost as nice. But the marble here is just gorgeous. So we did buy two. Dad's cleaned up the one. We're going to list them separately. This will ship FedEx because it's big and it's heavy. That's how we did it before. You know, I'm not too sure how much it will be on my shipping cost, but it'll be up there, guys. We're probably looking at between $50 and $60 probably on shipping expense. But like I say, when people want something, they don't care. Just send it to me. So yeah, so that's our big find of the week, money-wise, is the ashtray holder. Okay, and that's it.
I'll give you some confetti and a hula.
You like? I know.
Good job. Yeah, those look amazing.
Yeah, I mean, your dad worked hours sitting at the table there with the chrome cleaner and the Brillo and everything. So props to Dad for cleaning it up, and we've got another one to do, but we'll get that listed right away, and I'll keep you posted, gang, and see how quickly, hopefully, it will sell because it's a beauty. You know, finding the ones with the marble, Jason, that really sells it well.
So real quick before we end, John, why do you avoid ashtrays? I mean, you shouldn't avoid anything that'll make you money.
Right.
Plus, as Debbie just mentioned, you know, smoking cigarettes is greatly on the decline, but
yep.
Hipsters love pipes.
Yep.
Men love cigars. Smoking weed's going to be legal everywhere in the nearest future.
Yeah.
And there are tons of ashtrays to make crazy money on. Mom's going to demonstrate. Probably knowing how Mom works, these will all be sold by next weekend. So we'll go from the hall this week to the scores next week. So make sure you take actual after photos so we can put them next to each other.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
Take over, ship away, and go. Oh, whoops! I gotta take the afters. And it's great in the video.
I'll have
the daylight takes the good ones.
We'll have Dad. I'll take pictures of Dad as he packages it up and gets it all going and Oh, sorry,
that is,
John.
that is a shame, but
So did my dad.
yeah, but that shouldn't stop you from selling things because that ashtray didn't give your mom lung cancer. Mother Nature did.
Yeah. My dad was a chain smoker, and my mom was a pretty heavy smoker. Mom died from a heart attack from smoking, and my dad died from lung cancer from smoking. So I'm right there with you.
I will give you a hug, John. I will give you a hug.
Yep. I feel for you because it's and I've been in fitness all my life. Well, no, the last 40 years, anyways. And it's hard for Mom when I see smokers. I want you people to live longer. So
Angelique wants illegal and kill illegal. I think you're all drunk on your quarter drinking game.
Yeah, boy, from now on, I think we have to have the quarter drinking game. I like that.
Yeah, they're all hammered right now. They're trying to make dinner and they're falling down. All right, thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Yeah,
the sky is not falling. The end of times is not here because you know what? We didn't really mention this, but I've been on this platform for 20 years. You know how many times I've heard the sky is falling in 20 years?
A lot.
Still here.
Yep.
Hasn't fallen yet, and I'm still here. So keep working your other listing platforms. That's the whole point of this.
Right.
Use the listing platforms. Each platform has its own special set of customers and what they like, and start. Those ashtrays would be awesome on Etsy.
Oh yeah. I guess maybe Mommy's gonna have to try and do that, Jace. Yeah.
We'll cross posting because it won't sell super quick because it's expensive and big and bulky. But that's the kind of thing that I would definitely put up on eBay and I would put up on Etsy too because that's definitely the kind of thing that you're gonna need. Do us a favor, give us a thumbs up down below. If you're not subscribed, subscribe and click on the bell. The bell lets you know when we're going live. And Secret Beach members, I'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. East Coast for the webinar on the Buffalo Exchange, and everyone else will see you Thursday night on Thrifty Business. We'll talk about driving to source. When I mean driving, I don't mean in your town. I mean leaving your state and going sourcing for a week. And I'm doing that twice coming up in the next couple of months. Cool. So we're going to talk about, have you done it? If not, or if you thought about doing it, we'll give you kind of the ins and outs and how to do it because I do it too. And so it should be a good conversation with Jim and myself.
Nice. Very nice.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. Have a great night, everybody. Go Bengals. You'll never, ever hear me say that except I want to see the Steelers lose. And now they go first. That's due in a few hours. So
Browns are back. I think we're on a roll here.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
So for some past your expiration date being 50 or 50, I'm Jay.
I'm Peg. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for
watching. Bye-bye.